Yes.
I'd like to
And then
call,
you're there for 5 minutes.
I'd like to call the November 16th Board of Education meeting to order at 7 o'clock p.m. Roll call.
Chairman Papa
Here.
Vice Chair Nafrio.
Here.
Secretary Sienna.
Here.
Judy Bannon.
Here.
Zachary Canada.
Here.
Kim Dawson.
Here.
Victoria Lanza.
Salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Visitors? There's no visitors in this crowd, is there? Not a one. Okay. Judy, we'd like to welcome you to the board.
Thank you so much.
It's a 4-year term, so enjoy.
Thank you.
We have a training coming up in December, which will be exciting, and we have some real work to do with the budget that is after the holidays to break you in.
Sounds good. Congratulations to Kim. Very honored to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, Kim, congratulations. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to leverage any one of us on the board. We are happy to help. And Scott has an open door policy for our questions, and he's very tolerant of our many emails. And Martha is also, sorry Martha, but you know what? She will also explain any budget items that might cause confusion or you might need clarity on. I know she's done a lot of work on the budget since we've all been here to increase transparency and basically put it in a manner that we understand. If we just pick it up, it's real easy to read. So welcome both of you. Congratulations, Kim. It's
Thank
nice to
you.
see you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Okay. We're recognizing Teacher of the Year next month, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Where we are, no.
Okay, then I would like to, you wanna?
The board will accept nominations for the election of officers for chair, vice chair, and secretary, and we will vote accordingly. We will now accept nominations from board members for the office of board chair.
And I would like to recommend Shauna Holzer.
Second.
Mary, roll call vote.
Chairman Halter.
Pass, I'll vote last.
Vice Chair Nafrio.
Yes.
Secretary Sienna.
Yes.
Judy Bannon.
Yes.
Zachary Canada.
Yes.
Kim Dawson.
Yes.
Chairman Halter.
Yes. We will now accept nominations from board members for the office of, for the board office of vice chair. I nominate Marcia Nofrio.
Second.
I'm sorry. Was that you?
Roll call vote?
Chairman Halter.
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio.
Pass.
Secretary Sienna.
Yes.
Judy Bannon.
Yes.
Zachary Canada.
Yes.
Kim Dawson.
Yes.
We will now accept nomination, oops, sorry. That's okay.
Yes, and thank you.
It's okay, sorry about that, Marcia.
It was playing catch up.
We will now accept nominations from board members for the office of board secretary, and I would like to nominate Beth. I will second. Roll call?
Chairman Halter.
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio.
Yes.
Secretary Sienna.
Pass.
Judy Bannon.
Yes.
Zachary Canada.
Yes.
Kim Dawson.
Yes.
Before we move on and do any other board business, I've been asked a couple of questions on why the party of majority has the minority party in the vice chair seat. And I thought I'd address it so everybody could hear it from my mouth in a public forum. Years ago, when I was first on the board was very tumultuous, and we worked very much against party lines, and we were having a very hard time getting board business accomplished and move forward. In that time when I became chair, we decided to move in a direction of solidarity and the best interest of our townspeople and of our children, and do our votes and our business based on fact and our personal values and the values of our town. So we thought it best that we have the majority party in the chair seat and the secretary seat, and that we have a vice chair in the minority seat of whichever party. This may not be how it works forever, but this is working for us now, and I'm honestly very, very proud of how we've moved forward with how we do business, how we communicate, how we're able to move forward and debate facts, not attack each other's character, but talk issues. So if anyone has any questions about that, I'm happy to answer them, and I wish honestly more of the country would move in that direction.
Well said.
Okay, now we're going to look at committees. So there are,
Oh, we do the committees? Oh, yeah, no, we have to do the committees as first.
yep. So we're going to do the committees next. Everyone should have a list of committee descriptions. All right, guys, so do you want to hear politics or do you want to go? What's your homework look like?
I guess we could go.
All right, we'll move things around. Go ahead. I know, I love it. That's why I asked. Go ahead.
As interested as I am.
Even better, even better.
So the annual T-Root Fair took place on November 2nd. Grade 8 students visited NBHS during the school day and participated in various activities. Students viewed 2 videos, one highlighting the school facility and programming, and another that included testimonials from recent NBHS graduates. They also visited a display table staffed by club advisors, coaches, current high school students. A panel discussion also took place involving seniors and freshmen. Mr. Ursa and Mr. DeLucia organized the event. I was one of the tour guides. I thought the event went great. A lot of the 8th graders were really interested in the high school, which I thought was amazing. I mean, it's one of the most interesting classes I've seen in a long time. A lot to do with our new school. So. We also, NBHS Veterans Day activities were held on November 13th with nearly, I think it was over 15 veterans actually at the school, 21 veterans. A musical performance was provided, a luncheon for the guests, and roundtable discussions with students took place.
So the NBHS Classroom Cafe will be sponsoring fundraisers this school year once again to offset costs associated with the annual publication. And these events occur on Friday evenings throughout the year in the high school cafeteria and are open to current students, and their parents are spectators and staff. And students were provided an opportunity to nominate peers for the Fall Cert Awards. And this information was provided during science classes with students submitting information with the school-issued email. And the story event will be held on November 22nd to recognize the award winners with parents on site.
And then for sports, our field hockey team recently won in the state semifinals and are moving on to compete for the state championship again, which is great. They're competing on Saturday, 1 o'clock, I think. And then the football team, we beat Morgan last week on Friday, and this week we're playing Cromwell. We have a good chance of playing in our postseason. So
That's great.
nice. That's
That's it?
That's it.
All right then.
So-
Thank you.
Just, not that I want to, but the football game is where
Oh, this week it's at home on Friday,
and what time?
6:30. Pickup.
So home 6:30, if you have some time tomorrow
Go
night.
Purple.
And you want to come out and cheer on the T-Birds.
Senior night.
Senior night.
Oh, yeah.
How many, we have how many seniors?
6 seniors.
6.
Yes.
I love the pictures out in front of the building too.
Me too.
It's awesome.
And then Wednesday you play again?
Wednesday we play
Thursday?
again. Yeah, we play against Coggenshock.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
For the Turkey Bowl.
Yeah, Battle of Route 17.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving game.
And field hockey is 1:15 at Weathersfield High School against Canton. 2 undefeated teams collide. So it's exciting.
Wow,
This is
that'll be a good game.
the 4th final, a chance for us to win our 3rd state championship. We've been so resilient. We've had a couple of injuries, and our miraculous trainer, Mr. Donahue, has done a great job getting the girls back on the field. And winter sports are starting now, so it's a busy time, but our kids are really excelling. And I don't want to leave out our volleyball team. They qualified for the state tournament for the first time in 18
Fantastic.
years.
That's great.
Went to the semifinals, and we're just so proud of all of our teams and their efforts. So,
That's amazing.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Happy Thanksgiving.
now you can go.
Thank you.
What's the theme for tomorrow night?
Neon.
Neon.
Hot out
Okay.
neon.
All right.
I think you'll get that, guys. Thank you.
Just beware if you see some board members there in some neon.
You think, would they be surprised?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, so back to committees. So you're going to see a list of committee descriptions. Everyone have them? And we have some vacancies. So I think we should go through the committees that currently have vacancies on them or ones left by previous board members. So why don't we start with curriculum and instruction? There are 2 open slots. Beth, I assume you continue to stay on it, so there's 2 open opportunities. Would anyone like to be on curriculum?
Take one.
Second, Judy. Okay.
Sorry,
We-
Carter.
We have an open position on policy.
Good.
I could take it.
Great, Kim.
Who's coming off of
Yeah,
policy?
who's coming?
We have
there's
3
three boxes.
openings.
Oh, sorry.
There's 3 openings.
There's 3 slots and only 2 people.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm
just
going to go
added-
back to curriculum. The board member that was there is off now.
Gianna, right?
Yep.
So we had 3 boxes.
Yep.
So it's that.
And
Zach
I
and
only
Judy.
have Beth and Zach.
And Judy.
Oh, I didn't hear Judy
I
raise her
just shook
hand.
my head.
It was acknowledgement.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I'll stop talking and put Judy's name. Good, thank you. All right,
I didn't see the.
I'm caught up, go ahead.
Okay, and then we have ACEs. It's a day committee.
Meets once a month
Okay,
in
I'll do it.
Camden.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You
And
get a vote. That's a vote, you're a voting member there.
Okay,
I'm sorry, who took on policy? That third
That's
spot?
good.
Kim.
that's, okay.
Kim did?
Oh, okay.
And then communication, which rarely meets.
Throw me on there.
Zach, okay.
And then we have transportation. Has that ever met?
Years ago, we had a transportation hearing one time.
Yeah.
One time in my 18 years, there was a transportation hearing, but
And we
not in a
won.
long time.
We don't have, there's,
I'll be on transportation.
That's like an ad hoc.
I'll be on transportation since the commitment is so large.
Thanks for
okay.
stepping up.
Yeah, no problem.
So will we get information on this and when we're meeting and,
Yes,
okay.
yes. So we'll put everything out now that these are
Boxes
filled
are
in.
filled.
And dates, times, everything. All right?
Great.
Question.
Yeah.
Our pensioning of the permanent project, it hasn't really changed. Do we have to be appointed again? Is that right?
I was wondering that.
Call.
I was wondering that.
I think pension and permanent project, you'll have to be, because they're town committee.
Pension, I had to go and get sworn in again.
Did you already do it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, if you have to get sworn in again, then you probably have to be voted on again.
for permanent project.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would think so.
Motion to appoint Tony. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I think we require, it says requires a motion to appoint
Okay,
MPC
so
approval.
I'll make a
Yeah.
motion to appoint Beth and Zach on the permanent project building committee.
I second. Any discussion about this? Mary, let's do a roll call just so we're like super official.
Chairman Holter,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio,
Yes.
Secretary Sienna,
Yes.
Judy Bannon,
Yes.
Zachary Canada,
Yes.
Kim Dawson.
Yes.
So now it's in our minutes and TC should be able to approve, correct? Okay.
And then I'm going to make a motion to appoint Beth and Vicky for pension.
It was already approved.
I'll second. They're gonna have to approve it again, just so let's put the motion in so they can approve it.
I just went and got a thing that we had to be sworn in like last week. I just was sworn in like a week ago.
Okay, well, we'll just approve it. We'll make that motion anyway, and
I'm not gonna
then,
go sworn in again.
I don't think you have to.
No, I
We're
like
just,
this.
you know,
No,
we're just,
if you were sworn in after the election, then I think
you're fine. And we're just,
But
yeah.
I don't want them to come back and say to us, you need a motion, and then we don't have a meeting for another month.
So they made a motion, it was seconded, now we're gonna do a roll call vote, and then we should be official.
Chairman Holter,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio.
Yes.
Secretary Sienna,
Yes.
Judy Bannon,
Yes.
Zachary Canada,
Yes.
Kim Dawson.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you wanna do the consent agenda motion and then add this?
Sure. I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda of the November 16th, 2023 Board of Education meeting with the addition of the superintendent is recommending the appointment of Mr. Robert O'Connor to the position of special ed teacher at Jerome Harrison Elementary School, effective December 18th, 2023, to be placed at Master's Step 7 for the 2023-2024 school year, per the contract between the North Branford Board of Education and the North Branford Federation of Teachers.
I'll second. We're gonna need a roll call because not everyone was here.
Chairman Holzer,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio,
Yes.
Secretary Sienna,
Yes.
Judy Bannon,
Abstain.
Zachary Canada,
Yes.
Kim Dawson.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we need a motion, put it aside for you.
Okay, Scott.
Okay. Did you make a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Mhm.
Oh, you're all set?
And we
Okay.
included
That
to
motion.
include that motion, yes.
All right, I'm writing and talking.
You're having a hard time with taking minutes and keeping up
Martha,
today.
take my... One, thank you for approving that hire. The gentleman will start on December 18th. We're thrilled, outstanding background. Obviously, in the school year, it's very difficult to find candidates, and we found an excellent fit for our students. So we are thrilled. I want to thank our department, the elementary school, and our special ed department did a wonderful job screening, interviewing, and making this as tight as possible and getting a great candidate. So we're very proud. The board briefs are listed. You had a chance to look through them. If there's any questions, my administrative team is here tonight to answer any questions. They've been busy. The student reps mentioned Veterans Day, and I'm not going to speak on Zach's behalf. I'm going to let him do that when we go around later. I know I'm putting you on the spot, Zach.
Thank you.
We had a wonderful 2 days, the elementary, middle, and high school. They did a phenomenal job, and that continues to be such a source of great pride in our community and with our veterans. So kudos to them, and I know they spoke about that in their briefs, and everyone's been real busy leading up to the holidays, so thank you to the administrative team. Any questions on the briefs? Okay, curriculum, I'm going to ask Dr. Welch to speak to our professional development days. I'm not going to steal his thunder, but I am going to share the feedback that I have received and having conversations with a number of the teachers and the format, the way that it was run this year with many of our own staff running the professional development throughout the district and the buildings, the organization, the professionalism, how united they felt. It was an incredible feel. And I also want to do a shout out to Sarah and Catherine for the paraprofessionals. They had a full half-day professional development for our paraprofessionals. They absolutely loved being included in this and having a part of it and having content specific to them. So they'll speak to that too if they'd like after Carter completes. That's it. Take it away, Carter.
Just to piggyback on what Scott shared, as you know, we structured the 2 November professional development days a little bit differently. So the Monday day was building-based. Each building principal kind of structured the day around building goals. But Tuesday was our opportunity to come together as a K-12 district. We ran a mini conference-style event with all staff on the campus of the North Branford High School and all teachers running sessions. So we had 25 sessions, and staff were able to choose the session that appealed to them and their goals. Again, all of them. It was a great way to learn this November. So that's just us mattering. We have a lot of positive feedback on it. So we're definitely thinking about, the PDEC committee and I, kind of what we're going to do next time. So we're going to analyze the surveys, we're going to talk about everyone's impressions and kind of start thinking about how we build the same event and make that an annual effort. I can tell you from participating in the bunch, that was another highlight, and then some of the people shared that. They loved that the administrators were just learners in all the sessions with them, so they appreciated that. And the sessions were great. We really do have a lot of talent, so it was a big success. So So I'm
That's
proud
great.
of the district for that.
Fantastic.
Ms. Alberti?
Yes, so Kathy and I did professional development for all of the paraprofessionals in the district. It was held at Jerome on Monday morning. Not all of the paras attended, but I think we had probably 90% in attendance. The topics that we covered were verbal de-escalation, not verbal de-escalation, I apologize. The afternoon was the PMT training, which is physical management's requirement for the district, but what we focused on was fostering independence. So while, as you know, one of the roles of paraprofessionals is to provide support to students who are identified as having special education needs, as well as to support general education students with supports within the classroom setting through SRBI or also RTI. But we also want to encourage them to become independent young adults. Nobody's graduating high school with a paraprofessional, and so working with them on how can we support our students while also giving them opportunities to create those skills to be successful themselves in the classroom. So I think that went really, really well. And then we also touched upon kind of special ed 101, so what's an IEP, what's an IEP for, and also, we spent a little bit of time in the beginning just getting to know who was in the room, not just for ourselves, but also for each other, and I think that was a nice, coming together as a whole and building relationships and community. So this is the first of what are going to be many. And it also fulfills part of our obligation to provide 18 hours per year of professional development for paras. So I was really excited to be able to do it, and our exit tickets were, in the majority, was very positive, and also giving us some direction for where we're going to go next with our follow-up.
Great, thank you.
Good to move on, okay. Thank you. Finance report.
Okay. We'll start off with the budget process calendar. It's that time of year already. Somewhere in your packet, probably towards the back, is the draft version of the calendar. Just want you to take a look at the proposed dates for the Board of Ed workshops. And we are scheduled to bring that budget to you on February 22nd will be when hopefully it is officially adopted, and then we should have it to the town by February 26th.
So when do you need the board? Because there's a lot of dates. It's the 1st and the 8th, right?
Yeah, so January 18th is the initial review.
But that's our board meeting.
But that's a board meeting,
Okay.
correct. And then the workshop is February 1st and the 8th, and then the 22nd is already the board meeting. So there's just 2 new dates there.
Okay.
The 1st and the 8th.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's not bad. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we're. Gotcha. And it's the 15th is our board meeting, right?
No, it's 18th in January and 22nd in February.
Ah, thank you. 6:30. Okay. I got it all now.
Good on the meeting dates?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will need a approval, please.
And then I'll make a motion to approve the budget workshop dates of Thursday, February 1st, 2024, and Thursday, February 8th, 2024, at 6:30 p.m.
I'll second. All in favor?
Thank you. Okay, on to the financial report. You'll see a couple new things in the financial report this evening. First of all, the Fund 25, as you requested last month, is in here. It is detailed on the back of the summary sheet, so you can see exactly what, where the expenditures were and what they were. But you asked for the line by line, the financial report from the system, and so that is in your packet. Please feel free to look that over. If you have any questions, let me know. The two, I'm going to say exciting, but the two exciting things in this packet are year-over-year comparisons And this is new, it's something new that our financial system is now able to do. So what I did was I took a snapshot in time, July to October 2023, and compared it to July through October 2024. You'll see that for both the general fund, which is nice because you can get an idea of the way things are trending. But the more exciting piece in there is we actually did it for the cafeteria as well. And as you know, cafeteria is dependent on our revenue. So you can actually compare the revenue and expenditures from that period, July through October of last year as compared to this year. And as you can see on the reports, the difference is drastic. Our revenue has gone up and our expenditures have gone down. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Christina Prunier, our cafeteria director. She's done a phenomenal job and a lot of hard work. And you can definitely see it in the numbers. So I thought that was a fun thing in my world, but
You know what?
yeah, hopefully you can,
This really is great.
I mean, it tells the story. It just, there's, it's right there.
I'm glad, all I'm gonna say is I'm a big pain when I want something. I'm like a dog with a bone. And I will tell you, and I cannot be happier with their turnaround of food service from both like a student perspective on how it tastes, how it looks, how it feels, but from a finance perspective as well. I mean, this is a huge win.
And kudos to the board
Yes.
that you brought this forward, and this was something that you
Yes.
felt strongly about. And you had a decision to make with the options, and you chose obviously a very good option. And the most important part that you said, the kids are happy.
The kids are happy, right?
Yep.
That's why we do it.
So,
I don't even know.
thank you, board.
Yeah, absolutely. This is such good news.
It is.
She should get like an award or something.
I'll think we'll do something.
I mean, right, because it's tangible turnaround, right? You can see it, you can feel it, it's, right? Okay, I'll stop now.
So that's all I have unless you have any questions. There was a lot of information there, so again, reach out if there's anything you want more
Yeah,
explanation on.
yeah, I'll need a minute to like go through it. That was big and easy, like, right, so that's easy, but the line items are a little bit harder.
Right.
Can you just say, are we in any trouble anywhere? Are the unit ventilators in? Is our, like, Fund 25 almost down? Like, give me the hot
So
topics that I might hear about walking down the
is
street.
there, so there's, I think, 279,000 left in Fund 29.
Okay,
So we certainly have a nice little, balance there to do some things this
Okay.
year or cover any emergency that may come up. And again, with the general fund, we're just, it's the beginning of the heating season. We're just, it's still really early in the
Okay.
fiscal year, so we're okay.
okay.
But, we're always cautious at this time.
And just because finance makes me think of capital projects, is there anything on our capital projects list that we were awarded that's not done? I don't want to hear about those unit ventilators anymore.
No.
I'm so darn sick of those unit ventilators, you have no idea.
I think he was going to finish those over April, didn't he?
Yeah, those are all scheduled to be done throughout the year.
So when we go
during
into
breaks.
budget this year, I'm going to hear about the unit ventilators
That they're, being put in.
again.
So we'll be,
It's like the
Ready to
gift that
say.
keeps on giving.
yeah.
For like 4 years, I think for 4 years I've heard about the unit ventilators.
Don't we give them back to them?
Honestly,
We're gonna
like-
get them, and then we're gonna have to do the whole.
Is it quality air? Is that what unit ventilators do? Heat, cooling?
Heat and cooling, they're dual functioning. So the electrical piece was the big piece, and they've been working on that. And then,
Okay.
but yes, there is a schedule. John has the schedule for when, over the breaks, he
We
needs to
should lead with that.
chip away.
Okay.
At least-
And is there any other capital project?
No, I'm just going to mention, are they,
Paving that we want, but there's no money spent.
are those stored in like a
Yes, dry storage.
dry storage area? Yeah.
With Franny.
Yeah, good.
Franny has those in dry storage.
That's,
That would have just added insult to injury.
well,
Yeah.
Okay, so the paving we didn't have covered, so
No,
it
but
didn't need
that's
to be
something that
done.
will come up, that some of our buildings were looking, so those are big capital things.
That we
Yeah,
want, okay,
that'll
but
be in
anything we
plan.
were awarded, we've spent and done.
We're good.
Okay. All right. So I got on that.
Okay, we're good on budget. Workshop dates. Okay, calendar.
Calendar.
We've all been waiting for. So I'm going to pass around the proposed 24-25 calendar. There are notes on the side, but the important dates are the start and end dates. We had data from surrounding towns to try to align as the best that we possibly could for our staff. So we do start on the 28th of August.
Is that earlier than normal?
Well, that's usually, we do the 2 PD days before, and it's usually that last week of August. And then we have the second off, so we're in for 3 days, we have the long weekend, then we come back and do 4 days, and then we do 5. Everyone seems to love that.
Yep.
So the first, it was the warm-up, and then the 4-day week the following week, and then a full 5-day week. The April break, we take the week of Good Friday. So it's included in that week being off. You'll see that on April 18th. It's Good Friday, so we have start from the 14th to the 18th. We come back on the Monday after. And the Christmas break is a long break, and we are off a full week, the 23rd. Christmas is on a Wednesday. So the conversation, you bring everyone in on that Monday to know, so we can do that. And then they come back on the Wednesday.
That is a long break.
It's a long break. It's all how Christmas falls. It's crazy, but yeah, when it hits the middle of the week, you know, because if it was on Thursday, you could bring the kids on Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
So they come back on a Thursday?
No, they come back on,
Thursday.
This Thursday the 2nd.
Yeah, Thursday.
oh, I'm sorry, yes.
I'm like, you're making the kids come back on New Year's Day?
No,
That is mean.
no,
12 days, that's the nice long break.
it's a long break.
Yeah.
But we're still out on June 9th in a perfect
Yeah,
world
that's-
without snow days.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. That's nice.
it's,
This, for March, there's 2, was it 12th and 19th?
those are parent conferences for 2 of the schools, and then the half day. So we released the elementary schools so that they can parent conference with parents from whatever their release time is, 1 o'clock on. And then the other date is that monthly one for a half day that we do. And that happens twice with the parent conferences for the elementary schools.
How long have we been doing those early dismissal PD days?
We've been doing them for years, but we just cut them back from 2 a month to 1 a month.
1 a month, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we cut those in half.
Recently or before I came?
Just this year.
Yeah, right? Okay, I remember seeing more of them. I feel
Yeah, it
like.
used to be every
Yeah,
other,
okay, we
twice a
cut
month.
them back
All
down.
right, that's why, okay.
Yep,
Very good.
so there's more full days.
And October 14th is Columbus Day? It feels like that's late. I don't have a calendar for next year. Isn't it generally around the 8th?
Did someone-
It's October 14th.
It is late,
Yeah.
it's later this year,
Yep,
okay.
it's October 14th.
Thank you.
My little beat up.
Those folks are handy, aren't they? So that's what it looks like, 181 days. You know, like we said, weather pending.
Oh, okay.
Last day of school is on a Monday.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the 2024 to 2025 calendar as provided.
I'll
Second.
There you go. All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Thank you.
Town manager pending
Okay,
requests?
there's really nothing to report with town hall other than, you know, the building project, and we've had communications and signed off on some things with our architect between central office and town hall. So we've been communicating along those lines, and it's it's actually quiet right now with everything other than the building project, so we're in good shape there. We're 2 weeks ahead on the renovation project right now. The weather has been spectacular, and it's supposed to be beautiful tomorrow. So every day that we capture that the men can obviously work in good weather, we're getting further ahead of it. So I did take some pictures. I wanted to send them to you today. I didn't get to it, but the block is going up. The tin roof is on the gymnasium, so it's really starting to take shape. And once that's buttoned up, that will really move. So,
Good.
fingers are crossed. I don't know if there's anything you want to add, well, you'll get to give me reports.
Building?
Yeah, I mean, no,
Nothing?
nothing substantial. I think the gym floor is going to be poured in the spring, is the last note I have on, when you talk about the gym. And I figured,
When it's warm.
yeah, exactly.
You don't want to.
It'll be buttoned up and controlled in the whole deal.
Right.
So,
All right.
nothing much.
Okay. What do we got? Committee reports? There's no negotiations. There's no budget, no curriculum. Pension, Beth?
It's not until the 29th.
Okay, perfect. Policy, nope. ACE is not for right now. Building committee, you reported out. Communication, nothing. New business.
Zach, would you like to talk about?
Oh, veteran, okay, yeah, no worries, yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, that's good of the
That's
board.
good of the board. Yeah. So we'll move on. New
I'm
business.
assuming
I
it's
did
going
the
to be
same.
good.
It's gonna be good, yeah. There's no visitors and press, we established that, it's the same crew. Good of the board.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Now, Zach,
Everybody's waiting.
I'd like to introduce Zach.
What do you have to say?
No, it was good. You know, as a veteran, I was able to last year to look at or go to the JHS event, but this year I was not able to hit that up and then go to the TVS. So this year I went to the middle school and high school, and phenomenal job. Everybody there was fantastic. I mean, I dare I say I was a little unprepared because I thought I was going to have a tandem in one in a class, and then they said, "Hey, this is all yours." And I had 2 7th grade courses or classes staring at me. It's like, and I put on the
Baptism by fire.
yeah, exactly. Wasn't totally prepared, but that was, it was good, you know, little tap dance shoes, and that's fine. But no, the kids were engaged, the questions were great, the vets that were there with me were also, you know, spot on, and they made it enjoyable for everybody. I think the whole team was, or not just the team, but everybody, including the kids, enjoyed it. Actually, I had a text message from a friend of like one of my friend's daughters was and she sent me back like a little like, hey, that was great, you know, kind of was like, she didn't have to do that, but you know, it made me feel like I actually was worth something, you know, for the 5 minutes I was in there.
It's a tough age group, that's the tough
Right,
age
exactly,
group.
7th graders saying that's good, you know, that's home
How
run.
many years did you serve?
8 years, 99 to 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, and, but, you know, there was some folks that were, you know, combat guys, non-combat guys. We had people that were there, served in different places and maybe non-combat zones. And, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you put the uniform on, you got the recognition, of course. Everybody's got a story to tell, and that's what it's all about. So I'm glad that we put this kind of thing on because it, you know, the selfless service piece kind of goes a long way, and it's communicated to the kids. I think hopefully they take it to heart. So it's
much
good.
better than having the day off, right?
Oh yeah, well it's a learning experience. It's kind of like it's a history course for a lot of these kids to kind of get like a, kind of like a personal piece of history provided to them. You know, maybe not. Although I did say, I was like, oh, you know, what were you guys doing in 2003? I'm like, oh wait, none of them were alive. I was like, oh, you know, kind of stunned a little bit. You know? So I said, obviously no hands went up, but never mind, moving on. But
Change your lesson.
yeah. So, but it was fantastic. Next year I hope to go to TVS. My daughter was not happy that I wasn't there for that one, but you know, so we'll see if we get there next year.
So we had a great turnout from the veterans. We had over 70 veterans at Jerome. Great turnout at Tutucket. I don't know your actual number. But it was another, and then obviously the middle high school, we had 21 at the high school. The middle school had a great activity too. And just echoing what Zach said, the different generations, obviously we don't have any really World War II vets left, but we had some Korea.
Korea, Vietnam,
And a lot more Vietnam.
Desert Storm.
Zach was, you had to say probably.
Desert Storm 2, I guess,
The youngest.
Record Freedom. Yeah, I was, oh yes, definitely.
That was there, and your background with Operation
Record Freedom, yeah.
Freedom, right? So it was great, the kids picked up on that, and to see the different generations, it's very powerful to see an 80-plus-year-old man and sitting next to and having the conversations about what they experience. I'm so happy and proud that we do that, and we'll continue to do that. So thank you to the teams, the administrators, for putting that together and working with your leaders in your building.
I will bring props next time though. You know, like here's some like a hat or uniform,
love that.
you know, because it's like,
It brings it to life.
I could have used that.
That age, yeah.
It brings it to life, trust me. So,
Well, I will just address, you did the high school NBS. Tucket had a very nice one, my husband went there. And I also want to, they posted a video in North Branford, proud of them putting the wreath on the unknown soldier.
Yes.
Yes, that was amazing.
It was, so again, kudos for that.
great trip to
Kids had lots of-
DC. 80-something went down, 80-something came back.
It's a win.
Leave no child behind.
A little sleepy, but they came in.
Yeah.
And also the concert that they just had Thursday. With the
Middle school.
6, 7, yeah, middle school, 6, 7.
A lot of kids.
It was very nice.
A lot of kids.
Yep. The band is so big. I
I
mean,
know. It's
I'm used to
exciting.
it being much smaller. There's a lot
It's
of,
exciting. That's
lot
a
of
very
Branford
good
and
sign.
Very nice. So. Oh, and you didn't mention Mr. Stepford. He had the recommendation from Southern.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We skipped over that. I think that was in a,
The letter that was forwarded
Oh,
to
the-
us about him and.
It was in the
with
consent
Southern.
agenda, I think.
CTPA, right?
Yeah, the
So,
Attached.
Mr. Steffler, I forwarded the letter from Advanced Placement to
That's
the
right.
board, and it was a
Fantastic.
huge shout out to your effort